Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for another lovely episode of Political Orieo. Stop looking at me like that. It was requested by a lot of you that we do a live feed instead of just our voices. So here we are.
I told them we had radio faces. They didn't believe us.
They will. After
They
this
know
one,
now.
They will.
They know now.
Yes. I think one of the persons that we can blame for this is Megan Tolliver. Megan, this is for you. I know once again you're laughing and cracking up like you did the last time because we're talking to you, Megan Tolliver. Okay, we're done with that.
Well, I figure since we're live, introduce ourselves.
Oh, my bad. My error.
Yeah.
I am Sensuous Caramel.
T and Tony.
And Slick Willie.
Yes. We bring you Political Orieo from an undisclosed location.
An undisclosed living room.
Shh.
My bad. Still undisclosed.
It's very undisclosed. All right. First topic of the night. A Marine got arrested the other day saying politicians should be arrested for 9/11.
On Facebook, right?
On Facebook. He posted on Facebook. As a lot of people have heard, there's a lot of conspiracy theories saying the government knew about 9/11 before it happened, that a lot of them, some of them plotted to do it, blah, 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 a lot of that.
I thought you can post anything you wanted on Facebook.
That's what I thought. Facebook is supposed to be your personal expression. However, I have seen Facebook with its limits.
Picture-wise, yeah. But
Yeah.
Well, in the Constitution it says freedom of speech. It says they're not allowed to abridge our speech. So
Yeah, but
they abridge it every day on TV, the SEC. So I mean, they abridge everything. So
yeah, that's true. It's not what we think it should be. We're free to a degree.
With the big issue with the Marine getting arrested, he's a former Marine. He's actually a decorated war veteran. He was arrested in the middle of the night. No warrant, no due process. Was just taken to a facility and held. And I think he ended up getting 30 days in a psychiatric ward.
So he's in a padded room doing this.
Yes.
probably have to drug them.
He's now got released, but yeah, that's scary. I mean, if you can just, there's no due process. Yeah, but there's no due process. There's no. I mean, they didn't do anything correct.
So I'm pretty sure he gets irate, they're going to give him a nice Thorazine cocktail.
And another issue is former military people like myself, they are targeting us, saying that we are possible terrorists. And that's actually come from the FBI.
A lot of PTSD, they think.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
You just love our military. You serve our country, then they lock you up. Good times. Good times. Well, they're probably going to consider it an isolated incident. They're not going to make anything of it. They're just going to keep them locked up, keep it shushed up. It'll blow over until someone else does again.
I guess.
Good times.
It's always good times, right?
Always. It's party every night. Whoa.
So what's the next subject we're going to?
Next topic of the night. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Minnesota State Representative Terry Gauthier, a Democrat, posts an ad on Craigslist under the No Strings Attached section, looking for oral sex with 17-year-old boys. Yes. Don't you
Really?
love-
What?
I thought that was world news. Yes. Yes, people, I am so dead serious. You was surprised what's under the No Strings Attached on the Craigslist.
And what's worse is he didn't just post this. He actually found someone that reply to this post.
Yes.
They met.
They met behind a rest stop pavilion in Duluth,
Minnesota.
Yes, on July the 22nd. The bad part about this, the legal age of consent in Minnesota is 16.
Which is in quite a few states.
Yes.
Actually, in this state.
Yes.
So.
And there was no money exchanged, according to the St. Louis County Attorney. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's not getting charged or anything?
No, he's not.
But he's also not getting forced to resign or anything?
He's not being forced to, but his fellow comrades are kind of...
Telling him to?
Pretty much. They're like...
Yeah, you should, step
he's
down.
being shunned right now.
Yeah, well, if you're making this poor of a decision, I don't think I want you making laws. I mean,
that's pretty much it.
Definitely not.
His votes from last time he ran were pretty high. He was pretty much #1 pick. Now, no one's going near him with a 10-foot pole, so to speak.
I guess except the 17-year-old boy.
That 17-year-old boy.
Yeah. Apparently, the cops responded to a call and saw him there in the alleyway.
Disheveled, I guess. I assume.
Very disheveled.
I assume he's disheveled.
That's how they knew there was oral sex involved. So yeah. They say what's done in the dark will be brought to the light, and in his case, it was brought to the nation.
Because he posted on Craigslist.
Yeah, never posted on Craigslist.
How do these people get elected? Like, I thought that required like some form of intelligence. He's obviously not too bright.
Apparently, it's a different pay grade. The more money you have, you can just do anything.
Oh, he's definitely different.
If you're poor, you're screwed.
Definitely a higher pay grade.
And we see what a higher pay grade gets you. Craigslist ads for underage boys.
To each his own, right?
Yeah, when was the last time you saw in the news where a gay man bothered a 17-year-old underage child? Not recently.
Not very common. I mean,
the gay community, they have enough flack that they deal with. They keep to their own.
Yeah, usually it's
they are
two adult people consenting.
Exactly.
And gay people, I don't never see this, but some that might not always come to light.
Not always, but hey, we don't see any senators do it. Our senators, 17-year-old children.
Was he a senator? What is?
He was a Minnesota state representative.
So okay.
That's still pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Just have more respect for yourself and your fellow man.
I guess he's from the Duluth area, representing.
I guess, but they won't release the name of the kid for
no, he's
obvious
underage. They won't.
reasons. Yeah. But since they've talked to him and it said it was consensual, he wanted to meet.
Well, I'm sure that his high school peers have found out.
Oh yeah.
It's probably not going over too well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll get a book deal in 2 years.
I wouldn't want to be him.
I don't want to be him either.
Yeah.
That's kind of like while we're parents, still sending their kids to Michael Jackson's Neverland. He's accused of molesting, and now everybody's suing him. It's like a setup.
Yeah, if my kid do, I can sue and get money.
Exactly.
Go.
Right.
I don't think parents do that.
I'm a 17-year-old kid. Let me go mess with a senator. Pretty sure I can blackmail him.
I don't think you try to destroy your kid's innocence for money. I can't.
There are prostitutes that sell their daughters for money.
I mean,
I have a personal story from one of our special members at We Security. He said when he was driving across country, there was a woman who approached him and offered him her 12-year-old daughter. So I'm pretty sure parents can destroy their children's innocence. He got the police on it for child endangerment. So yes, even though we are Americans, America is not exactly civilized.
Maybe I'm naive.
Still naive, sir.
Yes, so I apologize.
We can get
Yes. Now, we will talk about your favorite subject.
What's that?
Last week we were talking about to stop importing goods from China and start making factories here in the U.S. to make more jobs and prevent us from being in so much debt with China. Because you walk around your house now and pick up something that says made in China.
Actually, I bought a book today from Barnes & Noble, and it was printed in China. Yeah, so now we're buying printed books from China for some reason.
Everything's from China.
I didn't realize after I bought it, guys. I
Where
apologize.
it's made from.
I made a mistake.
Okay.
I just assumed everything got
It's
printed.
not made in China.
Everything's
made in China.
Everything's made in China.
Everything's made in China.
Except your Camry.
My Camry made in Japan.
Do you use a Japanese-made Camry or an American-made Camry?
Oh.
I hope you got one that was made in Georgetown. You jerk.
I have Georgetown made,
My car was made in Korea.
Japanese
so.
invented Toyota.
No doubt.
Bye.
So we're talking about hemp?
Yes.
Industrialized hemp.
Industrialized hemp. Rand Paul. Ooh.
Yeah, Rand Paul. He's spearheading an effort right now to legalize industrial hemp. And the only reason industrial hemp is illegal is because it resembles marijuana.
Yep.
But industrialized hemp, you can make paper,
Oh, I got some
clothing.
some lovely statistics on industrial hemp.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
That's great. Well,
I did my research.
And you, I mean, numerous things: clothing, biofuels. Go ahead.
Would you like to know what I found?
Oh, whatever. Go ahead.
Oh, it's shocking.
I know.
It's so amazing. Apparently, industrial hemp contains less than 1% of THC. Okay, let's talk about last week.
First episode.
You talk about me turning off my cell phone during our show. Why is yours going off? Sorry, people, it's a temporary moment. Who was it? Can you share with our audience while you answer the phone?
Oh man.
You turned it down this time, right?
Oh shit.
That's a no. He didn't turn that down.
Filter.
Coffee.
And not a coffee filter, so filter your language, sir.
I apologize.
Okay, back to what I was saying. Industrial hemp contains less than 1% of THC. And so you're not going to smoke that and feel anything.
Yeah, you have to smoke enormous amounts.
That will suck.
Your lungs will collapse.
Yeah. Apparently, hemp is the world's strongest natural fiber. It has been used for the past 10,000 years to make clothing and rope. Lots of rope. Yeah.
Rope.
I have a necklace and I made from industrial hemp. It's pretty nice.
So what you're telling me is we can make better clothing than we're currently getting.
Oh.
A higher quality of clothing.
Actually.
Get it made in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Get it grown in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And you know tobacco's gone out in Kentucky. It's no longer a cash crop in Kentucky or really in America. That's pretty much gone to overseas producers.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we'll benefit from just the plant and also from building factories.
yes, because you know that hemp is actually mildew resistant. And
Really?
it actually is a lot cheaper to use hemp than it is to use cotton.
Man,
It's cheaper to make clothes.
cheaper to make.
The original Levi Strauss jeans and Old Glory industrial hemp.
And
And
they stopped using it because
it resembles marijuana when it's grown.
Yes.
that's it.
That is the reason it
Yeah.
is illegal. The
Yes.
reason.
People, if you want to do your own research, look up Pierre DuPont. That's Pierre DuPont, DuPont. Congress passed a law in 1937, the Marijuana Tax Act. The high tax killed the industry. Apparently, DuPont owned a lot of cotton crops or something, and the hemp was killing his money. So
No, I think he was really into deforesting.
yeah, he didn't like
He
it.
was in the foresting.
Whatever it was, he owned a lot of land.
Yeah, he
And
had a
people
lot.
using hemp was just he wasn't making any money.
Yeah, because he was actually in the paper industry. He was logging.
Yes. Oh, and that's another thing. Let's see here. Did a lot of research. when it comes to that. All parts of hemp can be used. Cotton, anything that's been used by cotton for clothing can be replaced with industrial hemp. We want to save our forests because that's how we breathe. That cleans our air. Yeah. People will worry about all the rainforest being destroyed because it takes so long for trees to grow. Well, the normal tree takes 20 years to reach maturity. Hemp grows in 4 months.
It's a lot like marijuana or tobacco.
Yeah. And wood.
It's a seasonally grown plant.
Yeah. Any paper product can be replaced by wood. Can be replaced by hemp.
So that would help with deforesting.
Yes, because wood pulp that is used to make our paper, like this is wood pulp here, will last between 25 to 80 years. Hemp lasts for centuries.
Yeah, the Constitution was wrote on hemp paper.
Yes, and it was also drafted using hemp.
Hemp ink?
No, the paper.
The paper. I was saying ink. They make ink out of hemp.
There's a lot of things I found that the hemp's great for. Also, 50% of the world's pesticides are sprayed on cotton. So all the clothing we're wearing now that's made from cotton was sprayed with 50% of the world's pesticides.
Hey man, Clorox killed it, I'm telling you. I don't know, but I think so. Hope so.
And a cool little note, in 1941, the Ford Motor Company made an experimental car with a plastic body composed of 70% of cellulose fibers from a hemp plant.
So you can make cars out of it?
Oh yes, and it could absorb. It could absorb 10 to 12 times more blows than steel with no dents.
Man.
And you can make hemp fuel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know they can use it for biofuels. I mean so how many different variations we could use it at? I mean that's there's so many. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, well, they were gonna mass produce it, but they had a ban on hemp and alcohol in that time period.
Prohibition.
And they killed it.
Man, that'd be very nice.
Yeah. China, Canada, Russia, Hungary, Germany, France, Spain, England, and a few more countries all industrialized with hemp.
Well, I think we should get behind Rand Paul in this. I think we should. Definitely, and that's going national. Rand Paul's a senator for the state of Kentucky, so he's with in Washington. So definitely, we need to back that up. I mean, why not?
Yes, industrial hemp is good for the world. We always talk about we want to do things. We want to make changes in the world. Vote for Rand Paul.
It's got numerous uses, which he's not up for elections.
Eventually vote for Rand Paul. But yes, get behind the Industrial Hemp Act. It doesn't make you a hippie. It doesn't make you a tree hugger. It just makes you smart. People are trying to recycle, make our world a better place. We inhale enough smog and dirt in the air when we go outside. We need to at least try and make the world a better place, one step at a time. We need to preserve our trees and our forests for generations to come. Most people are like, well, I'll be dead by then, I don't care. Well, that's sad and depressing that you not want to make that impact.
Your kids or your kids' kids.
Yeah, your kids are your future. So you want to make the world better for them. And should we go into the deep one?
The deep one?
The deep one.
The deep one.
Since we're talking about children in the future, should we go into the deep one?
We can, yes.
That leads into it, so might as well.
Yes. Okay, this is a deep topic. This might take us a little while to get into. It's very controversial. We have all heard it. We've all talked about it at some point. Abortion. I know some of you, your skin just crawled. You're like, nope, don't want to hear that. I have my opinion about it. Don't hear no one else's. Well, that's how you are. You're not very open-minded to someone else's opinion.
So what are we? Are we pro-choice or pro-life or?
I am definitely for life.
So we're pro-life.
I'm
pro-life.
I'm pro-life.
So in that question, what does pro-life mean? Is abortion okay? And if somebody's raped or incest?
Yes, that's very sticky. Some people think
let's get to the heat.
There's a gray area. So we'll start with our own opinions before we get to the facts. My opinion, even though I grew up as non-denominational, I'm a preacher's kid. It doesn't even have a religious standpoint. It doesn't even have to have one. A child is a child regardless of what week it's in. From the moment of conception, to me, it's a human being waiting to be brought into this world. I have 3 nephews and a niece. I would be heartbroken if any of them were to be aborted, because that's a life I would never know. You have children, you wouldn't want that to happen. Your children are so gorgeous. I mean,
oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I mean, to elaborate on that, I also think that we're killing our children at an alarming rate. We've killed over 50 million.
Yes,
legally, just legally.
I have the
include
statistics on that also. I did my research. We'll throw some of that in here as we talk.
So was that 40 years?
That's a lot.
Since 1973?
Yeah.
So 40 years?
Yeah.
We have killed more people than Hitler.
From 1973 to 2005, because they haven't did any recent statistics because it takes a while. From 73 to 2005, there was 45 million.
And then your other statistics show that they were killing a million.
That's just the legal ones. That's 45 million legal. That's like the country of Siam wiped out.
That's a million. That's a million people a year.
It's a lot of people.
You killed a million people a year. That's more than Hitler and all of them combined. I mean,
that's a lot. 1/3 of the pregnancies around the world are unplanned. One woman dies every 7 minutes from an illegal abortion. A lot. So
the real number is probably double.
Yeah. The illegal ones, because there are some girls who are too scared to go to a planned pregnancy, and they go to some backdoor voodoo doctor, and they do God knows what.
Then you're killing 2 people with,
usually
killing 2 people with one's tone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if you are lucky enough not to die at that time, you will suffer from numerous complications, such as cervical tears, retained pregnancy tissue.
It's more than likely after that you probably won't have kids ever.
No.
It's very likely, yeah.
There's sepsis, heavy, severe bleeding, uterine perforation, bladder and bowel damage, and that usually leads to death. Now, legal abortions, of course, are a lot cleaner. Most girls will go in there when they first find out. So your first 12 weeks of a mature adult woman, they say it's safe to have an abortion without any harm to the mother. Teenagers, not so much. Your body, first of all, is not equipped to handle a child at that age. And the fact that you're having an abortion greatly increases your chances of illness and death and all sorts of things.
So we've given statistics, we've given our opinions.
Yeah.
But what is the solution?
Stop.
So we're gonna make them illegal? Haven't we learned anything from everything else that's illegal? It's still
you make something illegal. It's worse. Well, okay.
That just puts more kids in peril.
That's true.
As in,
teenage
kids.
To be honest, some of you out there might think I'm being crazy, but I'm not for murder of any sort. Murder is murder to me. I think that if a man goes out here and strangles a woman to death, no doubt, he should get the death penalty right then and there. There's no waiting 10 years down the road, him using up tax dollars.
10 years? They wait 25 years.
Yeah, him getting 3 meals in yard time. I'm sorry, if you're a woman and you go out there, you lay on your back and you get pregnant, then you need to be a woman. You need to either have that child and take care of it, because it was a pleasure choice you chose. If that's what happened, that was your situation was. If you went out there and had sex with your neighbor, you got pregnant, you need to own up to that child or put it for adoption to a family who by some horrible chance can't have children. That's another life. That could be the next president, the next Da Vinci. You don't know. Nature or nurture. that woman should be thrown in jail for murder, because that's exactly what it is. It's murder regardless. I know science want to say that in the early stages that it's not a baby. How can you say that? That doesn't even make sense.
Because it's still a person inside of you growing.
Exactly. So how can you sit there and say, oh, that's not a baby, it's just a tadpole? Then why is it that when, science takes a look at some of those early pictures that you can see eyes?
Well, you got to think that science doesn't look at things.
They don't look at it the same way we do.
No, definitely. I mean, but when you're scientifically, you're not looking at it from an emotional perspective.
No, it's just hard science.
It's all, data.
I think it's at 5 weeks, or it's either 5 weeks or 5 months in. I think it's 5 weeks. Your baby already has a heartbeat and it already has fingernails growing.
Yeah, it don't get much more human than that, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think we need to really start educating, because you got to think a lot of teenagers do this.
Yes,
and
a lot of teenagers. I have the facts on that too.
I think we need to raise our kids to be responsible.
Very.
I think we need to educate them, teach them what safe sex is, teach them to be, wait.
Yeah.
Wait till they get married.
Absolutely.
Wait till they're in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
Wait till they're financially able. I mean, there's a lot to go into it, and you don't think about that when you're 17, 18 years old.
No.
I mean, you're just thinking about the moment.
Yeah.
And the moment can lead to small children. And there are a lot of parents that force their children to have an abortion. First of all, you're emotionally scarring your children. You are forcing your child to kill your grandchild. Yes, it can ruin your life. Yes, have this abortion. No, you don't do that. You're just sitting there telling your child every time they make a mistake, they can kill it to get rid of it. No, you don't do that. If I had a daughter, she got pregnant at 15, I'm going to make her have it. She going to take care of it. If she has she going to stay in school. There ain't no dropping out. She going to stay in school. She going to come home, take the baby to daycare, whatever she got to do. But she going to raise that child. She made that mistake. She has to live with it. Now, some of you may say, well, I don't want to put my child through that strain. But you pushing that child into murder is not helping anymore. They say most women, after they've committed the act of having an abortion, years down the road, some of them commit suicide.
Pretty much they're pushing them to killing themselves or
yes.
dying.
I mean, now that's not saying it's an alarming rate of women who commit suicide. Some don't care.
Yeah, but since they're like teenagers or whatever.
But teenagers have like a
they
longer.
They don't have the body of the woman to fight off the infection and everything.
Yeah.
That the abortion, they're pretty much pushing them to death.
Yes, because some girls get mentally. They can't handle it in their mind what happened.
Well, the most alarming thing I've seen on the statistics was that 60%.
What?
60% of all abortions are women that have more than one child.
Yes.
Already. So
and 1% say they were forced or pressured into having an abortion by friends, family, and by the fear of social denial.
I'm saying if you the 60%, I mean that's a large number. I mean that's 6 out of 10 already have more than one child. So they have 2 kids at least.
At least.
And if you have 2 kids and you make another one, I mean.
Yeah, it says that 4 out of 10 are terminated of unplanned pregnancies.
I mean, you're definitely. I mean, you're of age. You're making conscious decisions. You need to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. We need to fix this problem, and I don't know how to do it. But obviously, people are making very poor decisions. I mean, if you have 2 kids and you make another one, why are you getting an abortion? I mean,
there's options of having your tubes tied after if you don't want any more children. There's vasectomies, but murder is never the answer to anything. It says that each year 2% of women 15 to 45 had an abortion, and 47% of those had a previous abortion. So we got some women who are just doing whatever, getting pregnant,
doing it again, abortions.
Keep getting abortion.
So we need to become responsible for our own actions.
What happened to contraceptives, the pill,
regardless,
the shot?
Be responsible for your own actions.
Yeah.
And
the patch, whatever else they got.
We all know that as grown adult people, if you do something, regardless of what it is, if there's consequences, you got to face them. And when you have unprotected sex a lot, you end up with a child. That's what happens. I mean,
yes.
Don't be surprised when it happens.
Yeah. And I know I've talked to a lot of people who are pro-choice, and their ideas are, it's my body, I do what I want with it, I don't want the government trying to tell me what I can do, things like that. It's not a matter of that, yes, it's your body, yes, you're supposed to be free to do what you want, but since when did just murdering a child become part of our society?
But like I said before, I don't think making it illegal is going to help. It's just going to make it worse, because then there's already people going to illegal abortions.
Yes.
So that number is just going to
in strip malls, hotel rooms. That's never safe.
And what's going to happen? There's going to be more people dead.
Yes.
I'm not suggesting we should make it illegal. I think we should just educate our kids. Let's educate our kids. As grown people, let's take responsibility for our actions.
But here's the funny part, though: the percentages of the age groups that get abortions, you would think it would be a lot more irresponsible teens.
Yeah.
Which that's only 17% of teenagers. People 20 to 24 years old is 33%, and the rest of that 50%, 25.
Older.
So it's adults. The older, intelligent people who are supposed to be intelligent who are doing this. Yeah. So, and some people say religion will play a lot into it. Well, I guess it can, but you'd be surprised what I found on that. 43% Protestant, 27% Catholic, 13% born again Christians, and 83% are either unmarried or never, and 2/3 of that are never married. 16% are separated, divorced, or widowed.
So yeah, usually abortions are going to be people that are unmarried.
Yeah. And of course, some of the married ones who have affairs outside of their marriage, sometimes they resort to abortion so their husbands don't find out.
Yes.
And some girls will say, well, I'm on the pill, or I was on contraceptive and I still got pregnant and I still aborted my child. Well, we found out the clue to that one also. 54% who said they used the contraceptive said they used it inconsistently. 76% were on the pill. So, yeah. And some said they weren't using anything at all. So if you're going to be on your birth control, if you're on your pill, you take that thing like clockwork. If you're on the shot, go get it every 3 months like you're supposed to. Follow up with your doctor. Get a gynecologist.
And so then it's just again about being responsible.
Extremely.
Just be responsible. Period.
If women were, some women were more concerned about respecting their bodies as opposed to, I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice with my body. Well, be responsible for your body. Take your contraceptive.
It could be your body. Just don't do that and have a kid and kill it.
Yes.
That's
not responsible at all.
No. And
it's
your body, but also when you're killing somebody else, it's no longer your body. It's no longer your
somebody else's.
Because you're killing somebody else.
That I'm pretty sure that baby, if they had a choice, I'm pretty sure it would want to live and not die. Now there's.
So if you walk up and kill somebody down the street, just run up.
You're going to jail.
I'll go to jail, regardless.
You have.
If you can say it was my body, it's not going to really matter.
Right. You got.
That's your only argument. That's a bad argument.
You got men out here strangling and killing 5-year-old girls and boys. Where do they end up? In jail. What happens to them in jail? The general population usually kills them first. Because they, even though prison is not exactly a pleasant environment, they do have a code of if you rape a child or kill a child, we're going to kill you. So out here in this big, bold world of freedom, you have a choice and responsibility to prevent from having unwanted children and not killing it because you don't want it. Let's see, there's another pro-choice argument I heard. What happens if a woman is raped and a child results from that? First of all, that can happen. I've seen it. It's not pleasant. And I know a lot of women go through that and it's not something you want to be reminded of. But you don't kill the baby because you don't want to be reminded of it. It's not that child's fault that that happened to you. Put the baby up for adoption. Have someone adopted who'll be loving and kind to it and bring it up the right way.
And also was a guy running for political office in Missouri. He's a Republican. He made the fortunate statements of, legitimate rape? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Legitimate rape. And then said that the woman's body has things that it does when it's raped to shut down so it doesn't get pregnant. We all know that's not true, but that was what was taught to nurses and teachers in the 70s.
Yes.
That was a theory, and I heard someone tell me it was from the Middle Ages. No, as recent as 1970s, people were being taught. We're talking about doctors and nurses. We're talking about healthcare professionals were taught that when a woman is truly raped, her body shuts it down and won't let her get pregnant. And
now I'm pretty. They do say when some women get raped that they go into so much shock that they don't remember. But I've never heard any of their bodies shutting down to where they don't get pregnant.
Well, the thing is, if you go into shock though, it's quite possible. I mean, because your body's starting to shut down when you go into shock.
Yeah.
So I mean it's not entirely impossible.
It's just not usually likely.
Nah, because I mean most women don't go into complete shock.
Yes. And there's been quite a few women who have got raped. They were on the pill and they did not get pregnant. But I say most of them probably use their contraceptives consistently to prevent pregnancy of any kind. I said there is that rare occasion that someone, they get pregnant. I've heard one of what you do if a child is born of incest. People who usually have a child of incest, you don't really hear of them having abortions. They usually keep their children to themselves and kind of keep it that way. They don't really travel out. So I don't know
what's going on there.
That was her traveling.
I was traveling. But yes, that's not really hurt tell of. Yeah. Bit it. Spit it. My cat, sorry.
Don't be yelling at the cat. Just shut it off.
She's having a moment. I think she's about to chill on the internet cord.
She's fine.
She almost messed up the connection. Get the cat away. Shoo.
Yeah. But yes, people, be more responsible when it comes to that thing. So everyone has their own opinions about abortion. We're not trying to force anything on you. This is, once again, our views. We threw in our statistics that we looked up. You can look this up on Google yourself. Do your own research. I've heard it. Oh, if it's on Google, that just has to make it right. It's just it doesn't. It's just an opinion.
What's great about America is we're free to have our opinions.
Yes.
And we're free to speak about it, I guess. Well,
until on Facebook apparently.
Yeah. Well, unless you want people arrested or say something negative about Obama, but whatever.
Yeah.
But educate yourself. Regardless of what your opinion is currently, it can be swayed. Just look up the information, and when you look at the information that 60% of all abortions are people that already have 2 kids, if that doesn't make you angry,
oh, there's the fact I forgot.
You should just. I would say.
Since we are political Oreo, we have to throw in a race card at some point. So we don't want to just say all women are done with abortions. There are statistics on race also. Forgot about that. 40% of abortions are by white Caucasian women. 69% are black, and 54% are Hispanic or other races.
Those numbers don't make any sense at all. Was that out of 200?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to 100?
Yeah, I know, they're really high. It's like they did a lot of studies on it, and yeah, it's bad.
But 69% black.
Yeah, 69% are black.
Man, that's.
I guess they did a really high percent.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they do. They have. I mean, I've heard people talk about it. It's a very high percentage for African American women.
Yes.
It's a very high percentage for African American women to have kids out of wedlock.
Yes. I mean, we're not gonna. So this is our show. We're not gonna sugarcoat anything. You see girls, in Walmart or down other stores with 5 and 6 kids, and all of you can tell are a stepping stone of age.
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a baby on the hip. That was either a bad choice on her behalf, or she wanted a large family. And 9 times out of 10 is.
Well, all the numbers are too high.
They're high.
We really need to educate our kids. I mean, because even STDs are really worse for African Americans too. I don't know the statistics, but I've heard them there. It's striking what the difference is.
It's pretty high. Now, a lot of people's like, oh, well, AIDS are from Africa. Black people are nasty. No. Doesn't work like that. Many diseases are transferred, and there's some people's genes who take to some things worse than others.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people making poor decisions either way.
Yes, very poor decisions. Now, unfortunately, AIDS does run rampant in the gay community. And that's usually unprotected sex. Once again, be responsible. If you're going to have sex in any form, I don't care who you're with. Adam and Steve, I don't care. Just protect yourself. Be responsible. We don't want diseases killing off our society. We don't want abortion killing off our society. I mean, we want more people in the world, not less. We don't want us dying off. I know some people say our food sources are strained. We can't afford to take on more people. So abortion is the key to that. I don't think that's really a solution, that we're getting so many people in the world that we just start killing ourselves, killing our children to help us survive.
Well, I mean, the Chinese have 1 billion people in their country alone, and their economy is growing every day.
Yes.
So.
And they just ship off their daughters because they prefer male children to take over the family business.
Don't use population as a.
That's not an excuse for murder. There are no excuses for murder whatsoever. Self-defense maybe, but not because you made a poor choice.
Oh, if it's me or you, I'm gonna try my damn.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I'm gonna get you a skillet.
But
of course you will.
Skillet?
I'll
throw some hot grits too.
Yes,
she will.
Play grit ball.
I don't think the hot grits is gonna stop somebody from shooting you though.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
I'm
not.
Sure
he gonna be mad as hell that he decided to come up here and shoot you.
He gonna be burnt.
But I don't think it's gonna stop him.
No.
Actually, it might make him want to do a little more. He might shoot you 3, 4 more times.
He might. You just threw hot grits on him.
Yeah. You
weren't hungry.
The grits was hot.
He wasn't hungry.
Maybe he was hungry.
Look at grits again.
Wasn't that hungry though to get on his body? That's Al Green about that.
Yeah.
I apologize. He's a preacher now. He is.
Be alright.
He just wasn't a preacher then.
He'll be alright. And while we're on I love how our topics roll one into another. We're awesome like that.
We need to get better at it. But
yes, we're working on it. There's something that I saw the other day on TV and it bothered me a little bit. And once again, a touchy subject, but here at Political Oreo, we cross those barriers. Televangelists bother the crap out of me.
Hey, I got nothing to say about that. We'll let her linger on that.
I just don't like the fact that, send us $25 and we will pray for you. I wasn't aware that you had to pay to get a prayer to God.
Hey, whatever.
Just
it is what it is.
It's very annoying.
But,
And yeah, I thought that that televangelists or any form of pastor, preacher, or such was supposed to be there to help the people, not be on TV wearing 3-piece silk suits, $400 diamond rings on every finger.
Driving a Hummer.
I mean,
driving Hummers and Lamborghinis.
History has showed us that humans will take advantage of every opportunity they have, and if they have to use God, religion,
use religion,
they'll use it.
Yeah,
because it's something that people feel very strongly about, and people will follow people that are that they believe.
The money flows, as we can see.
Yeah,
because some people just need something to believe in.
I would trust a man more on the side of the street talking about Jesus in a burlap bag than I would a man with gold rings on his fingers in a 3-piece suit.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
I said we're free to have our opinion.
It's coming.
Yeah, as long as you're not holding the sign like that screaming.
But thank y'all for tuning in. Political Oreo. Please continue to do so. We're going to get better at this. We're going to continue to improve every day.
Episode 3.
Episode 3 is over with. Hope that we touch some subjects that you care about, and hopefully y'all will do your research and find out, and let's make the world, let's change it.
Let's make it a better place.
Better place, right?
And don't forget
Michael Jackson songs.
No, sorry. My bad.
I knew it was coming.
We are the world. No.
See, there it comes. See, I don't endorse that.
Remember, if you want to comment on our show, please do it. It'll be on Facebook. Send it to our email, political_Oreo@yahoo.com, all lowercase. Please like our videos, share our videos with your friends, get the word out about Political Oreo. Don't share or like off of YouTube, share it from our Facebook page. Makes it a lot easier for us to keep track of everything. I said send friend requests to your buddies to let them befriend Political Oreo. Our t-shirts. We're trying to get t-shirts. That's coming soon.
Is it going to be?
Just be patient. Further episodes. Well, no, we're not using that one.
No, we're not using this one.
No, that's very good. Very so talented.
Done by. Come on. Get a little closer here.
Yes. Well, hey, do the other way. Other way.
I am going the other way. Come
My
on,
bad. Yeah, that was a last minute decision. Put that down.
Okay.
But yes. Slick Willie has run away.
Let me go.
Okay. But yes, like us on our page, share us with your friends. Remember, comment or send things to our email. Anything you want to talk about, we will research it and air it on our next show.
Girl, you a long-winded.
All right.
Cut it off.
Peace out. Cinchus Caramel.
Slick Willie.
T and Tony.